Hello! Another part of Dragon Age incoming. There will be, and is, a very special Christmas. Not so much Christmas, like, you know, going to be going beyond Christmas, but Christmas thing that we're going to do. Let's do that, shall we? And that thing is going to be...
Inquisitor.
Well, you know what it is if you've seen the announcement. Even though I've not said that what game it's going to be, but it's going to be a full campaign of an RPG with their own character in character the entire time. I'm going to try that anyway.
Sorry, I really need to write some letters. Another time, all right?
Good God, Varric. Okay, fine. Okay,
Did you see the message I sent? Yes, thank you.
Right, Ferelden, let's see. Crestwood Resources, what's this? Obtain amulet for coal. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Send some agents to get it.
Let's see what we have.
Okay. Locate missing seekers.
Any news on why Corypheus is sending people to explore elven ruins of all things? No, I suspect he keeps the reason secret, even from his inner circle.
Let's try and find them. Oh, Baron Lauren, okay. We'll go and find them in a minute. I wonder where the hell... I've got some coin, why not? Thank you.
Inquisitor.
I wonder where the hell... Let's have a look. Western approach resources, yes. We need lots of laserite.
All right.
Now you got Paragon's Luster, okay. Yeah, we don't need 6 Paragon Luster, do we? Let's be honest. Deep mushrooms, we don't need deep mushrooms, do we? Let's be honest. Paragon's Luster, deep mushroom.
Let us begin.
For God's sake. You would have to wait for this back in the day, remember? You had to wait for these to tick down. Ridiculous. Battalion for Sarah. Okay, so Commander, we have verified Sarah's claims about Virchel. Several displacements of refugees were deliberate, and it seems in what appears to be an attempt to destabilise land claims. While there would be no direct gain for involving the Inquisition, increasing our presence could have unexpected results. In any case, it is a trivial matter to divert troops to march through the city. Let's do it then. We marched without incident, although I have it in good authority that there were many behind closed-door meetings among Virtual nobility. Several useful names have sent diplomatic envoys, and potential future games may be impressive. Do not tell Sarah I said so. Very nice. Nightingale, we underestimated the threat. Our friend, the Marquis, met with a dozen nobles in the past week. Bribes in the form of gifts exchanged hands, most of them busts of Justinian V. Okay, stuffed red lyrium, okay.
Let's see what we have.
Let's find what's going on there. That's bugged. Many of the nobility of the Elysian capital have settled their secondary differences and are rallying behind two families. The de Rosiers are old money, well respected but viewed as traditional and stubborn. The T-Balls rose with a power merchant, with a popular merchant consortium, and are considered new money and progressive. While the intent of both families was to rival us politically, if we declare for one or the other, if we declare for one of them, we may manipulate events in our favour. Lord Perrin de Rossier has not asked for our allegiance, but may respect our rising might. Lady of Elise Thibault speaks for her investors and is interested in forward-thinking alliances. Yeah, Thibault is good. Okay. Lady Thibault is asking for closer ties and access to trading partners as she tries to circumvent the traditional blockages of the allegiances in the capital. Some houses have switched sides, others ceded holdings entirely to avoid the shame of officially losing all standing. More and more they are concerned with station and alliance over whether objections they stated about the Inquisition. Okay.
Inquisitor.
The Thibault family is becoming a clear favourite in the war of station that is ongoing between the noble houses. The borderlands have all but ceased to exist socially, and many are scrabbling for traditional alliances. Lady Eustace Richelieu has emerged as a strong voice at court and is suggesting several arranged marriages to solidify ties. And presumably the selling of a house as an arbiter matchmaker. Okay. There is a contender to rival the alliance with the Thibaults. Lady Richelieu has sent the following letter. The de Rosiers are a stubborn threat. The most efficient way to deal with them is to nullify with the social alliance, but the only pairing of import is unavailable because the Thibault daughter has betrothed herself elsewhere. She has the luxury of such a wasteful pairing because of the Inquisition bearing the weight in this partnership. Our hands are tied. You face the difficulty of attacking the status of Lord de Rossier, unless you were to demand that task of the Thibaults. If their investment were more taxing, they would be more inclined to an arranged match for their daughter. And that is well-respected currency in Orlais, okay. We received word from Lady Eustace Richelieu, which presumes more and more to speak for the Thibaults. She is also quick to use us and we. A bold move, Inquisitor. Lord de Rossier was mortified, if not mortally so. It is said he cannot bear to show his face, and face is all many of this generation value. I do hope he will do nothing drastic. I hope that the names behind us remain willing to commit what is necessary to solidify the lines that have been established. We shall see. Okay. Alright, that's that done. Inquisition agents have uncovered a potential problem in the nation of Navarra. A Divinity mage by the name of Aurelius has recently been noted in the company of King Marcus, and rumours comment on how strange it is for a new advisor to be so closely heeded. There is evidence to indicate Verelius is a member of the Venatori. Having the Navarran king under their sway would give the cult a great deal of power and hinder the Inquisition's ability to operate in the north. Yeah. The agent is known as Argent, infiltrated the Navarran royal palace and killed Verelius, eliminating several others who she reports were clearly co-conspirators. King Marcus is reported to have woken as if from a dream. The Inquisition is not connected to any of this, and the king is enraged to have been magically influenced in such a manner. He will definitely be more wary of Venatori emissaries in the future. Argent brought back several interesting items that were in Verelius's possession. Like, this is a I can understand why people were pissed off. This was a mission that would have been so cool to do ourselves, you know, just to go to Markham or something. Sorry, to go to Navarra. A situation is unfolding in the Navarran city of Cumberland, location of the College of Magi, which, until the outbreak of the Mage Rebellion, was the philosophical heart of the Circles of Magi. Now mostly abandoned, it has become home to a number of mage refugees. This has drawn the ire of local citizens, and mobs are threatening to assault the college and burn it to the ground. Okay, with Duke Sandral and Axis doing nothing to stop them. Inquisition agents suspect that Venatori agents are behind the mobs, looking to recover artifacts from the college once its magical defences are breached. The presence of the Inquisition forces in the College of Magi provoked an angry response from Duke Sandral. I'm told this led to a standoff where the Duke's forces threatened to attack, and it was our agent at the college who talked the man down. Corbin displayed a level head and sound judgment, both things I would normally never describe to a dwarven warrior. The mobs have backed off, and Corbin sent us the artifacts he believes the Venatori may have been after. Lovely. According to Dorian, it might be possible to discover who Corypheus once was. Knowing he was human could also make him less attractive to Divinity Zealots who think of him as a god. Acquiring this information, however, is more difficult than one might suppose. Such ancient information could be found in the Mid-Magisterium's library in Minrathis, but the Grand Archivist has so far replied to our messages with polite misdirection. Dorian says he is the king of this particular castle and knows it. He might be blocking our efforts at the college to Corypheus, or simply because he can. Well, go around him. Yeah, just go around him. Okay. Friend in Quirinus. According to Dorian, whilst most of Vinter Magisters are not Venatori supporters, they will also not raise a finger to prevent the Venatori from wreaking havoc in the south. There are some, however, who see it for the cult that it is and are trying to expose it. A Magister contact in Quirinus by the name of Maevaris Tilani is attempting to introduce a law in the Imperial Senate which would see Venatori activity sharply curtailed into Vinter. Dorian suggests that quiet Inquisition support of Maevaris would be beneficial and ultimately could draw up support from other Magisters fearful of what Corypheus represents. Okay.
Inquisitor.
Okay. I received some news from Maevaris. It seems her little resistance has drawn support, just as she hoped it would. Thing is, that support comes in the form of idealistic magisters with no real power, while the ones who might see her group as a threat are the true heavy hitters. Reading between the lines, I'd say Maevaris is in more hot water than she lets on. She's crafty, but she could also use more help right now, or the resistant might die on the vine. Up to you, but if you ask me, any enemies of the Venatori could be friends of ours. Yeah, the old Templars. Send them in there. It seems Dorian was correct. Not only do definitive Templars not possess the ability to disrupt magic, definitive Magisters are flummoxed when they encounter such abilities. There was an attack on Magister Tilani's estate, but our agent Sir Belinda Darrow reports that it was handily beaten back and is unlikely to return anytime soon. Magister Tilani sends her thanks as well as some artifacts stripped from the attackers and a scented handkerchief. Don't ask. Okay. Sighting to the north of Red Templars with armour and weapons adorned with dwarven runes. There are no known entrances to the deep roads in that area, and no misses from Orzammar about missing traders, but they keep next to non-existent records of surface dwarves. The Venatori may be making use of dwarven slaves, possibly from Tevinter, but not their usual preference, but not the first unusual thing they've done. Recommend further investigation in force. Okay. I think that's the Legion of the Damned, to be honest with you. An offer of help on their terms. A hole in the service's precious sky. Not our concern, but the thing that did it. If this Magister's shit really brought the Blight and the Darkspawn, we're no friend of that. Follow these instructions, and you'll catch your enemy sleeping. Telling your soldiers not to leave the main tunnel, that's your only warning. Okay? Yeah, do as I say. You follow instructions well. Respect our territory is a first step. We shall see. Okay. Gather metals. Okay. Oh, God's sake.
To work?
Everite. Okay. We
Inquisitor. Let us begin.
Imagine having to do this constantly and then waiting for the result. Oh, God. We received reports from abandoned gold mine in the hills south of Griffinwing Keep. According to the locals, the mine is still capable of producing. It was only abandoned because the threat of the Darkspawn made it unfeasible. Okay, cool. Send soldiers. Excellent. Your worship, my town of Valgamord has been besieged by Darkspawn. I cannot fathom where the loathsome beasts have come from, but I beg the Inquisition for assistance. My own humble forces have already been dispatched to help in your own noble efforts, leaving my people ill-equipped. Okay. Grey Wardens are the best in the land against Darkspawn. This is their chance to shine. Yep, send them in.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor, the Grey Wardens fought bravely and with great skill. The town of Valgamord was saved, and the Wardens themselves took few casualties. They wait further commands. So if you don't have the Wardens, this doesn't go very well at all. Inquisitor, the Darkspawn at Valgamond have been slain, but it remains unclear what brought these creatures to the surface. There is no obvious sign, and I am concerned that they might pose a danger. Marquis Buffon has made clear wishes that we now depart, which leaves me even more suspicious. As most would welcome further help in these dangerous times, the Grey Wardens have volunteered to assist with the investigation of this mystery, whatever capacity the Inquisition deems most fitting. We await your orders. Yeah.
To work?
The Grey Wardens scouted the area as requested. Unfortunately, this left them unprepared when mercenaries working for the Marquis Everlosh Buffon attacked by surprise. It appears that Marquis Buffon has been mining the area in violation of local treaties, which accidentally freed... okay. The Grey Wardens have taken losses, but their morale remains high, and their loyalty to the Inquisition is undisputed. Okay. Can we not go and kill that guy? Yeah, pursue him, yeah. Inquisitor, with their treachery revealed, Marquis Buffon has fled into the mountains. Our initial efforts to pursue have been hampered by both the terrain and the presence of demons in the area. While we have difficulty making headway, the Grey Wardens have offered to assist. They seem to be the only force in the area capable of doing so. Regardless, I believe it is worth pursuing Marquis Buffon, if we have the means to do so.
Let's see what we have.
Just learning our scouts were able to find the path for the Grey Wardens through the mountains. The Wardens were able to avoid most of the demons and saved most of their strength. As a result, we have located Marquis Buffon's secret stronghold deep in the Gamordan peaks. Grey Wardens continue to fight bravely, but they have suffered many losses. I recommend deploying them with care, lest we lose them entirely. Okay. We have Marquis Buffon trapped in her fortress in the Gamordan peaks and are preparing to make a final assault. While we might earlier have ignored the transgressions in light of the greater threat to the world, it is good that we did not. Marquis Buffon's crimes go well beyond smuggling or illegal mining, and she has an allying Lady Jeanette Lagaspe, who has come with Venatori mages to defend the Marquis. The Wardens have concerns about the Venatori using blood magic or their ties to Corypheus to influence their minds, but are prepared to follow your orders. We cannot delay for long as demons in the mountains continue to harass our flanks. Okay. Yeah, so now I know Leliana's the smart play here. But I think the Grey Wardens need to prove that they can stand up to whatever they're going to try against them. If they can't, then it's their own fault. Marquis Buffon has been killed, along with Lady Giuseppe and her Venatori allies. Brilliant. Though their magic made the fighting bloody indeed and cost the lives of many Grey Wardens. I regret to inform you that after recent actions, the Grey Wardens have suffered too many losses to be of any further assistance. The last warriors died fighting for the Inquisition in good faith. I have sent their personal effects to Weishaupt. Okay. It's fine. They did something.
Let's see what we have.
Okay, this is the Valorcast mercenaries. Adar, I know you're busy telling the hairy eyes what to do. Humans need a lot of direction, that's fine. We have a problem. Caris took a squad out on a simple caravan escort and hasn't reported back. I sent a shard and a shard to look for him, and a shard 2 to look for him, and they never reported back. Hope you can find them. We're running out of shards. And we only had the one Caris. Even if he is annoying, his squad's alright though. I'd really like them back. They're in a cave off the coast. On the coast, at least 100 fanatics armed to the teeth who believe the Inquisitor is an agent of Parvala intending to convert them to the Cume. Okay. We all reported the Canary were taken to is heavily fortified. Okay. We cannot estimate how many fanatics are inside. Let's get them out of there.
All right.
Okay. Adar, Hisara, Satar, and Merad are dead. A shard left, so I guess we only have one now. The rest of the squad are alive, and they don't have any stupid ideas about meaning and purpose. That's good. Although Chris wrote you a poem to celebrate being rescued, so not all good. Shokrakar. Okay. I think it's time we finished we finished the western approach. Varric isn't happy, look at that. No. That'll do.
This might interest you, sir.
What is it?
This may be worthwhile.
Okay. So... may seem harsh ending the wardens in like that, but as far as I'm concerned, that was their chance to actually, you know, prove that they were able to do shit, potentially. His barrier staying up all the time. Untouchable. He's basically unkillable. His barrier is just going to constantly stay up. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's go. Wait, how did that get through all the way? Yep. There, guys.
Don't worry, Your Worship. We'll hold the bridge against anything.
Go on then.
No dog spawners coming through here.
Up we go. This laser right up
A
here.
skull on a stick. What charming customs you have here.
It is laser right. Sweet. Well, I really wanted him to be more unkillable than this. Lots of laser right down here, though. Like how he's basically dual wielding at this point. He's just going in there and wong, wong. It's like constantly. Okay. Let's head up here. Let's get all the laserite we can. Sweet. Can't get over that, it's fine. There we go.
Stay on guard. I'm guessing there's more. The Darkspawn will have the run of this place. Good. I'm just getting warmed up. The Darkspawn are coming up through here.
Someone should do something about that.
Fine, I'm on it.
Stop the Darkspawn. These, anyway. I imagine there are a million more still underground.
The tunnel was open from the outside. Someone was digging here.
Let's go.
That Herlock will put up a fight. Stand ready.
So this number 5, I disappear, and if I reappear inside someone, I basically just fucking annihilate whatever's there. It's pretty cool. And yes, inside someone, very funny. So I think Dorian's time to get you some. Oh no, we sold it. Okay. We will get you some better armor. Tevinter lore, if anyone wants to read it, feel free to pause the video. Prison key. You wouldn't happen to have the prison key, would you? You would.
Venatori. They've been excavating. I take it breaking into Darkspawn tunnels wasn't part of the plan. They'll be holed up somewhere if the Darkspawn didn't get them. Place gets better and better. Vince, Darkspawn, a giant? This was a pretty good day.
The men here were laborers. Someone must have been coordinating their efforts. I doubt they stuck around to fend off Darkspawn.
Let's have a look down here, shall we? Oh.
They're keeping the giants as slaves. Have I actually stumbled into a terrible tantra morality play? Because there's obviously no way of that could go horribly wrong.
Oh. See that? 2 grams worth of damage. Bang, bang, bang. What's some of that? Boom. Where's this guy? He's here somewhere.
Let's look around.
Whoops. Well, we've certainly cleared that place out. I'm not sure, because it was hinting that we should go out the main door. So I'm hoping that's not now going to say, actually, you got to go all the way back there. Just, yeah. Echo back fort, okay. Is there a way into Echo back fort up here, game, or were you just messing around? Oh, there is. Good.
Men we kill is one less who gets to return home. Warms my bitter little heart.
Oh, he's around here. There we go. Did he die? Oh, yeah.
Still breathing. He's resilient, I'll give him that.
Also, surprisingly organized. Where did the Venatori find him, I wonder?
Have some of the troops bring him in. I'll deal with him back at Skyhold.
I take it you're gonna, like, you know, at least put some handcuffs on him or something?
I think Blackwall would have liked to have been here for this.
Shame. He's not a Grey Warden. He doesn't get to make fucking, you know, demands of people. Take this on. Do you know what? I'm not that bothered. Fuck it. Let's go. There. if you're seeing screen tearing every now and again, but I am. Ah, yes, son. Assassin's probably very confused why the mage she just stabbed in the back is just returning fire.
These are probably the supplies that little man was waiting for.
Little man. It's really funny. Probably the supply that little man was waiting for. I'm gonna spend all day in the waste. In fact, I might just leave it here for now. We'll come back a bit later on. Yeah, I will do. I'm not gonna finish the part, but we'll do the southern part of this in a little bit. But for now, I'm gonna go back to the world map, and we're gonna go find. Do you know what? We'll go back to Skyhold first. Let the troops get some push more into there. I'll come back to you. Right, let's go into here. We will take you and you. Yeah, I'll take all those. It's fine. These are Ban Lawrence lands. Now, if you've played Dragon Age Origins, he does turn up. Well, his name turns up. This is where one of the DLCs starts, and it looks very similar to what this looks like. It's pretty cool. We're in Ferelden. So in-game, we spent a few days at Skyhold.
Odd that the trail should lead us here. Ban Loren is a pious, unassuming man. What has he become involved in?
Might simply be a victim as well.
Let's see what lies within.
It's a lovely looking game, isn't it? You see another castle up there. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Where are you going, boy? You little bitch.
should have known. The Order of Fiery Promise is a cult with strange beliefs about the Seekers. They've hounded us for centuries.
What kind of strange beliefs?
They believe they are Seekers, the only rightful ones. They say we robbed their powers long ago, preventing them from ending the world.
Ending the world?
The only way to truly eradicate evil in their eyes, the world will be reborn a paradise. It's all nonsense.
Why haven't the Seekers dealt with them?
We have, many times. They simply reappear after a time like weeds. Nobody knows how.
We dealt with those few easily enough.
They are less formidable than they are deranged. This explains why the Seekers might be here, but not the connection to Corypheus.
Okay.
A Seeker. Did they torture him to death? The Promisers will pay for this.
Easy.
As the Seekers of Truth have proven resistant to the effects of red lyrium, the Elder One has seen fit to place them in your care. Reclaim your destiny, and know that the Elder One expects your devotion as repayment. Signed by Magister Calpurnia, leader of the Venatori. Does Corypheus not realize the Promisers want the world to end? What use are they to him?
Sounds like they're perfect for each other.
I suppose it does. But this doesn't explain how he captured the Seekers in the first place, or what's been done with them. We must keep looking.
The letter said Seekers were resistant to red lyrium.
Our abilities grant us many gifts, but a resistance to red lyrium's corruption? That seems strange. Although it would explain why none have numbered among the Red Templars. And thus Seekers would be useless to Corypheus. He would have no leash to hold us.
We'll find them, Cassandra.
I know we will. One way or another.
It's a nice throne. It's as good as mine. Carlos is so fucking powerful right now, dude. He's just fucking... Where's he running to? He running? Stop running. It's a nice hall. Area over here.
Daniel! Daniel! Can you hear me?
Cassandra. It is you. You're alive.
As are you. I'm so glad I found you.
No, they put a demon inside me. It's tearing me up.
What? You can't be possessed. That's impossible.
I'm not possessed. They fed me things. I can feel it growing.
The Promisers will pay for what they've done.
No. The Lord Seeker.
Of course we'll find him. If he lives, we'll...
Lucius betrayed us, Cassandra. He sent us here, one by one. An important mission, he said. Lies. He was here with them all along. He's still working with them.
Could it have been the demon from Theronfall?
No. The demon came later.
But a demon couldn't simply take his place without anyone noticing.
The Lord Seeker allowed it. He let the demon take command while he...
Came here.
If we find the Lord Seeker, he's dead.
Wait. Don't leave me like this, please.
You should have come with me. You didn't believe in the war any more than I did.
You know me. I wanted that promotion.
Go to the Maker's side, Daniel. You will be welcome. He was my apprentice. I have never known a finer young man. Now we find Lord Seeker Lucius.
Imagine Cassandra being your master and like you're the apprentice, dude. You'd be having so many fucking alone times in your bunk. Let me just disappear in here for a bit.
Lord Seeker Lucius.
Cassandra, with a man I can only assume is the new Inquisitor.
And you're the man who betrayed his own order.
I presume you know we Seekers of Truth were once the original Inquisition. Oh yes. We fought to restore order in a time of madness long ago, as you do now. And we became proud. We sought to remake the world, to make it better. But what did we create? The Chantry, the Circles of Magi. A war that will see no end.
You lured your entire order to their deaths.
There was no other choice.
No other choice? Have you gone mad?
We Seekers are abominations, Cassandra. We created a decaying world and fought to preserve it even as it crumbled. We had to be stopped. You don't believe me? See for yourself. The secrets of our order passed to me after the former Lord Seeker was slain. The war with the mages had already begun, but it was not too late for me to do the right thing.
Don't listen, Cassandra. We need to end this.
What Corypheus did with the Templars does not matter. I have seen the future. I have created a new order to replace the old. The world will end so we can start anew. A pure beginning. Join us, Cassandra. It is the Maker's will.
He's dead in like 2 hits. The poor guy. Just annihilated. Just annihilated. Goodbye.
He was insane. He had to be. Perhaps the Envy Demon's influence? Remove the Lord Seeker so it could take over the Templars.
All these wasted lives.
He could not have destroyed all of us. I won't accept it. Let us return to Skyhold. I wish to see what's in this Book of Secrets.
Okay. Let's see, I guess.
This tome has passed from Lord Seeker to Lord Seeker since the time of the Old Inquisition. And now it falls to me.
Are you all right? You look drained.
On the contrary, it's a delight. I'm riveted.
Oh, you're joking.
Do you know what the Rite of Tranquility is? The last resort used on mages in the Circle, leaving them unable to cast, but depriving them of dreams and all emotion. It should only be used on those who cannot control their abilities, but that has not always been the case.
It's a small price to pay for the greater good.
That's what I always thought. What finally began the Mage Rebellion was the discovery the Rite of Tranquility could be reversed. The Lord Seeker at the time covered it up, harshly. There were deaths. It was dangerous knowledge, the shock of its discovery in addition to what happened in Kirkwall. But it appears we've always known how to reverse the Rite, from the beginning.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
We created the Rite of Tranquility. To become a Seeker, I spent months in a vigil, emptying myself of all emotion. I was made tranquil, and didn't even know. Then the vigil summoned the spirit of faith to touch my mind. That broke tranquility, and gave me my abilities. The Seekers did not share that secret. Not with me, not with the Chantry, not even with... There's more. Lucius was not wrong about the Order. I thought to rebuild the Seekers once victory was ours. Now I'm not certain it deserves to be rebuilt.
You said there was more in the book.
At some point, power becomes its own master. We cast aside ideals in favor of expedience, and tell ourselves it was all necessary for the people. Will that happen to us, Inquisitor? Will we repeat history?
We might. It would be lying to say it's impossible.
An honest answer, if not a comforting one.
If you did rebuild the Seekers, how would you do it?
I can't be the only one remaining. We will always spread to the winds, and some may still be out there. I would find them one by one. We would all read this book, no more secrets. Then together we would establish a new charter. The Maker's work in truth.
I don't think I've ever seen you so shaken.
I do not think the Seekers have been doing the Maker's work. Not truly. Perhaps we believed it once. The original Inquisition came to be during a terrible time. But now, we harbored secrets and let them fester. We acted to survive, but not to serve. That is not the Maker's work.
If anyone can rebuild them into something worthwhile, you can.
But are they worth rebuilding?
You could make them worth it.
I will think on your words. Thank you. I could not have done this on my own.
Look at the size of me in the chair. Yes. Quite.
Inquisitor. I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or what's his name?
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the Inquisitor, right? Bianca Davry, at your service.
Your name is Bianca?
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca. The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
I take it you're a friend of Varric's.
Who isn't a friend of Varric's? You have met him before, right?
What were you talking about?
Bianca's got a lead on where Corypheus got his red lyrium.
The site of Bartran's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been leaked. There's a Deep Roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
How do we know they're not using multiple entrances to get to the Tig?
Navigating the Deep Roads isn't like the surface. There's no accurate maps of the whole system, and there are cave-ins, darkspawn, lava floods. If you find a route that gets where you're going, you don't deviate. Trying to find another way could be deadly.
Who could have given away the Tig's location?
There were a few people who knew. Hirelings from the expedition, a couple of close friends.
How they found out isn't important. What matters is we know where they are now.
If it's such a secret, how do you know about it, Bianca?
I told her. Right after the expedition, I wrote and told Bianca what we found. I had artifacts that needed buyers, and she had more contacts that would pay for them. Plus, I owed her.
You can get there from Orlais? It's a long way to the Free Marches.
The deep roads are all connected. Or they used to be. Collapses and such. Some of them on purpose.
They really are roads. They spanned the Dwarven Empire. Went to every corner of the continent. Maybe further. In theory, you can get to any Tig using the deep roads, but in practice... there's a reason nobody uses them anymore.
We need to deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Right. That's not going to be trouble at all. Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.
Alright, we will do next time, I think. I will do the book next time.
So mortals try to find the Maker and
Look at this, so fucking epic. I'm gonna just save this here. Time to do some judgments. Right, boys.
Adamant's influence continues, your worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order will ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
Countless better men and women than you are dead. Why shouldn't this be quick?
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
On the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear. Not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground ye trod in your pathetic life. I serve the living God. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical. Glory awaits me.
Oh yeah.
You are the worst of us. The damage you have done is beyond all reckoning. A mage's crime, a mage's punishment. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, I deny you death. Tranquility.
You cannot! I am a lord, you pissants! I will not lose myself!
So what Canos just did there is he believes that he's allowed to make such judgments because he's a mage. He would hold himself responsible for the the crimes this guy committed were beyond reckoning. He wants death. Nope. And leaving him with any powers would just make him, able to escape. So that's what he gets. He gets a punishment, basically. Doesn't get to walk away scot-free.
Another of the
Much as I
lingering
want to
pains
claim
of
his head.
Adamant, your worship. Sir Ruth is a senior warden of the Order. She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest this. In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
You were free to rejoin your comrades, and yet you present yourself here.
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order. That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it would create a future I could be a part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse with full sanction. I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
You feel your life is over. There's a place for such wardens. Sir Ruth, you'll go to the deep roads. Your death may be as quick as you choose.
This sends no message. This is just an end.
I'm not going to use you as a fucking propaganda tool, love. Off you go. Got better things to do.
Before you is Service of the Minrathous Circle of Magi. You met him and his Venatori in the western approach. He admits to working for Corypheus, raising monsters, and using magic for conquest. He also used his connections to smuggle magical artifacts out of the approach, without his master's consent.
You're lucky. If I hadn't caught you, Corypheus would have.
I was hired by a third party. I've no loyalty to him. Might you find that useful, your worship?
I'm sorry, are you attempting to bargain with us?
Bargain? I plead. I throw myself on your mercy. I also have friends in Tevinter who owe me large debts. Leave what happened in the approach behind us, Inquisitor, and I can put them all at your disposal.
Corypheus can deal with his wayward lieutenant. Bind him with a note saying what he did and leave him for a Venatori patrol.
Maker's mercy, are you serious? No, wait! Stop! Stop!
Alright. So, I will speak to you next time. We'll be doing Varroc's quest, and then we'll be heading to probably do a brand new area. See you then.